sons and daughters of Ulthuan, be ready to fight!
Alrighty. Everything's all live, everything's all set up. Let's just double check OBS here. OBS seems to be running fine. Audio's running, game audio running. All good, all good. Alright, let's put OBS in the background here. Alrighty. Hello everybody. Welcome to a probably first episode in a modded High Elves playthrough. I figured now is as good a chance as any to play this, especially considering the most likely third faction, and hopefully another faction get reworked in the coming big update, 7.0, is going to be the High Elves. It also gives me a good chance to try out some of the new item changes and performance changes to Total War that came with the 6.2 update just yesterday. All the mods should be in working order. I did test most of them last night. And so we'll just go over a brief overview of what things we do have. Most High Elf factions now have some sort of legendary lord. We're running the Phoenix Court mechanic from the Phoenix Court mod. We've got military convoys. We've also got several factions added from various groups. Tomb Kings, some High Elf colonies got added as factions. And everything else we can explore as things come. So, let's get started. We're in Eataine here, over by Lothern, playing as Tyrion,
servant of the king.
So let's check out what changes he's gone through. We've got the Singe's skills over here. We have new quest items in the Phoenix Amulet. And I think that's really the big changes to Tyrion. I don't think I took any changes towards any of our casters. Keep it simple, you know. Lots of new landmarks to go through. Start with that. So, we have the Throne of the Phoenix King as one of our new landmarks, as well as the Glittering Tower Lighthouse. Alright. So let's get started getting ready for our first battle here. Lothern, we want to get a noble as soon as possible. And growth, because we're going to want Lothern to level up quickly. Especially since we get the Invocation of Assyrian pretty early, and we'll want to use that to cut our costs where possible.
Tyrion.
For technology, the only one we have access to is military advancements, so we'll go with that. What else? We can do some early diplomacy. The only ones we really want to diplomacy are
those who
Avalorn.
speak the truth are always welcoming.
And
I am
Eltharion
incredibly busy.
for the early game money. Saffrey is going to end up going to war with Avalorn. It always happens. And so we're probably going to end up declaring war on them just to get their lands before Avalorn does. Luckily, one of the other mods we do have is the Recruit Defeat a Legendary Lords mod. So, both ourselves, allied factions, and even our enemies will be basically collecting up Legendary Lords as the game goes on, making for hopefully a fun and challenging campaign by the end game. Of course, endgame events are turned off because they're just not fun. In terms of difficulty, we're playing on very hard with AI modifiers set to 0, negative, or positive. Because I don't find them very fun when the AI has to cheat. I think that's enough of an overview and enough setup, so let's get into the first battle.
I live to serve my...
The High Elves' first battle is a pretty easy one, all things considered. The main thing is dealing with the cavalry early, as well as making good use of the Phoenix to deal with both their spears and their crossbows. So. Oh, that's right, it's Immortal Empires, so the map is slightly different. This is the Immortal Empires expanded mod, so some of the maps will be different than some of the usual ones for each area. But the battle basically plays out the same.
Acknowledged. Loyal. Spearmen.
Ulthuan mage.
We'll want to set up over by the trees over here, in hopes that we can ambush their cavalry with our stronger cavalry. The other thing we'll want to do is get our Phoenix around their back as soon as possible and out of the way of their missile infantry. Magic's not that important for this one, so we'll gamble our magic, see what happens. We got 1 extra magic to start. I'm good with that. Let's start the battle. There we go. So, we want to move that over here. Keep our cavalry here and let them come to us. Keep out of the line of fire. Those. While they're turning and moving, we want to move towards them. Ah, shoot. No. Come on, get out of there, get out of there. Come on, move while they're reloading. Come on. That was unfortunate. There we go. Now they're out of formation. Alrighty. That should be enough damage to them. Now we want to drop at least a couple over here. And boom. Now we pull back and we aim our troops. And we want to move them to catch any back charges. Oh, no. Wrong button.
For the king.
Winds of magic
Perfect.
rise.
We got them in a counter charge. Now we want to fire into their back.
Duty. Heir of Aenerion. Lothern Seaguard.
Okay, so we're going to want to send them over here to catch them for when they start coming back. Pull our troops out this way.
We away.
At once.
There we
For
go.
order. Sail.
There we go. And once they've both retreated, we can then send our cavalry over here
By alarm.
to try to
To battle.
flank them over here. We'll want them to waste their ammo on that.
Lothern Seaguard.
And while they're
It will be
busy, we
done.
will counterfire over here.
Silver helms.
Alrighty.
Can I be praised? Lothern Seaguard. Loyal.
And now we want to start sending this over here. We're not going to catch up with those now, so what we want to do is try to push down as many of their routing enemies as possible to try to get as much XP out of this as possible.
Silver helm.
The quicker we can get Tyrion up to level 12, the quicker we can get some of his pretty busted bonuses, honestly. Okay.
Heir of Aenerion.
Send him this way.
The king.
Are they at the point where they're going to... No? Okay.
Signer.
Okay.
Orders received. Heir of Aenerion.
So we're going to want to pull that back over here. Those dread spears aren't getting back up. Let them do as much damage to him as possible. And then take him off guard mode. And send him over here. Before they get to the edge of the map, we want to take them out. Once they get under 10, they're not going to recover, so... I mean, not that they would, they're the first army, but we still want the XP out of it, at least. Because the more troops that are fully wiped out, the better our Lord's XP will be at the end of the battle. Perfect. Alrighty. Unfortunately, I don't think we did enough to those Dark Riders, but it'll be fine. How's the stream health looking so far? Everything good? Everything good? Yeah? Perfect. Alrighty. Alright. So, there are two ways you could start a Lothern campaign. Or at least two of them that I personally use. We're going to take the influence.
servant.
Turn
of the
1,
king.
you can move to the farthest edge, start recruiting troops, and then turn 2, you'll sack the Tower of Lycian, and then conquer it turn 4.
Fear the might of Ulthuan.
As you go, you'll keep recruiting troops. This is how I typically play it, but recently I've been doing something slightly different. First thing we'll need to do is recruit another lord over here. As nice as it would be to start leveling her up early as another legendary lord, yeah, you know what, why not? We've got the money for it. So this is one of the mods that we've added to this campaign. The Dragon Princess. Or Dragon Queen. No, the mod was called Dragon Queen. So she's kind of like Emmerich, a dragon focus lord. Her specialty is unlocking noble recruitment. Oh, okay. Actually, if that's the case, we might not need this then. We'll go with the. We'll grab this to start. Huh.
Shield of Alaria.
That's actually really useful. Good to know.
Can I offer assistance?
Okay,
Champion of the Ever Queen.
so we'll attack the Tower of Lycian.
For my queen. There is
Before we start,
glory
make
to
sure
be
we
won.
grab our level ups.
At once. Ulthuan.
And begin what's honestly going to be a pretty easy fight. Alrighty. So, generally the same setup again. Bring him to the edge of the woods here. Keep these guys just far enough in the woods that they can't be seen. Channel magic. Let's see if we get anything good out of this. Ah! Ooh! Ho, ho, 2 for 2, baby. I'll take it.
Shield of the Ever Queen.
So we'll move these guys up.
And daughters of Ulthuan. Be
If you do
ready.
want to know which mods are being used in this
Let's
playthrough,
to battle.
you can check the description. The entire mod list, in mod order, is found down there with all the authors, if you want to go check out some of their stuff. So, what we want to do is let the enemy... Well, actually, keep him over here. That's not a bad idea. We want to wait till the archers are in range, or I guess they're crossbowmen for them.
Can I be praised?
And we want to focus them down with our ranged units. Because we want to draw in as many of their melee into melee as possible. 1, so our silver helms can ram them from behind. And 2, our phoenix can drop its bombs on it.
For duty. With we go.
So we want to pull those away now that they've been seen. And this. Start bringing him this way. And fortunately, seems like the enemy AI is going to be a bit of a pain today. There we go. Alrighty. That is the enemy basically defeated. Drop one more little magic bomb on him. And that should send army losses. Nice, quick, simple. Here we go. Well, they definitely weren't lying when they said they had tuned a lot of the performance. These are certainly faster loading than they used to be. It's pretty nice that they cared enough to do that, especially since they shrunk down the actual file size of the game from, what was it, like 120 gigabytes down to 80 something. It was a pretty good update all around from the looks of it. Honestly, they've done a lot of good work with this. And, give them that. Occupy.
Tyrion.
And then we want to start recruiting archers. So, the plan for next turn is to have Princess
Ulthuan.
Isaldra move over to Angariel. Angariel? Angariel. We're going to go with Angariel. Tyrion is going to force march over here and deliver his troops over to her. She'll fight the main battle. He'll play support. And then by turn 3, we should have the Shrine of Assyrian, as long as these guys move their troops over here.
I serve the Phoenix King.
I think we've done all the diplomacy we can for this turn. Because we don't want Tirnok or Safri, because both end up at war with what are going to be our defensive allies.
Noble born.
Okay. Just need to assign skill points now. Well, I'd like to go further down the blue line. We're actually going to start jumping into our red line so we can max out Bowmaster as soon as possible. Bows are the backbone of basically all of our armies, especially once we get our Sisters of Avalorn. So we want that upgraded on all of our lords ASAP. We don't want to start upgrading our buildings because we want to build up to growth level 2. We will want to check our Tower of the Phoenix King, of the Phoenix Court. And, you know, this is probably a good one with the new update, so we're going to grab that. And I think that will be it. Can't think of anything else we need. Oh, while we're here, I guess I'll go over our new landmark first. So, the Tower of Lycia now comes with the Anali Mountains. This is from the Landmarks of Legend mod. Comes with a hero if you have the Heroes of Legends side mod. Buffs your Great Eagles and comes with a new Great Hawks unit. It's pretty nice, pretty decent, and it's going to be really good for one of our lords later on, the Stolen Squire. Alright. Let's head on to the next turn. While we're waiting on the next turn, I just want to say thank you for coming out. Thanks for coming to watch today. I'm glad to be playing Total War again. And I hope you all enjoy. Uh-oh. That's not a good. That is definitely not a good. Sound don't normally skip like that. Ah, damn it. It was running fine yesterday. Oh, that is not what I want to see today. Yeah, there it is. It was going to happen at least once running this many mods. Okay. That is unfortunate. Okay. That might just have been an issue of the game having problems. This is the one thing I didn't want to do today. Diagnosing mod issues midstream. Especially so early into the stream. Okay. Well, that loads back up. Let's pull up. Let's see. Alright. Oh well. I'm not going to let this get me down. If I need to disable a couple mods, it's going to suck, but oh well. Okay, so go to the end turn again and see what happens. It was 214 that broke down last time. If I knew what 214 was, I would be able to solve this. Unfortunately, I can't. 214 means it's probably a minor faction. Come on. Okay, so it's after the High Elves. After the Dark Elves. There it is. Yeah, okay. It's after the High and Dark Elves. It's probably, possibly a Lizard faction. Okay. So let's pop out of here. That'll close on its own. Alright. Close that. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. Here, let's here. Okay. Okay. Here. Alright. You guys can, I guess, follow along as I go through the practice of figuring out what the hell I did wrong. Add a new source. Display capture. Is this the right one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there we go. Now you guys should be able to see what I can see. maybe you guys can spot what I don't. I am not letting this ruin my day. What? Oh, let's go to the ones I actually have active and see. Which mod is breaking the game? It's probably not any of the High Elf ones, because none of the High Elves crash the game. Now, the caravans were all updated. I shouldn't be missing any requirements. Audio mixer shouldn't crash the game. God, I really hope it's not Immortal Landmark or Immortal Empires expanded. That would suck. It might be legendary characters. Okay, we're gonna take this out and give it a shot. So that's the only one that doesn't seem to have been updated. We'll jump back over to game capture. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So, try loading the autosave. Ooh, actually, would loading the autosave even work at this point? Well, the game hasn't crashed, so that's good. Oh, there it is. It's gonna be one of these days. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. I mean, the other option is it could be a mod that hasn't been updated correctly. So let's try going through here and going through. When was my last update? Today, 9:15 a.m. Which means any mod that wasn't subscribed before then probably hasn't been properly updated. So, we'll do this. Resubscribe. This was working last night, and the only problem with that one was MCT. Marienburg was updated last night as well. I don't think the Southern Realms was. So we'll do that. And resubscribe. And all of these were yesterday? Yeah. Okay. Could be Mixu's. Resubscribe. Oh, it's not doing it because I left the game open. Right. Okay. Which other mods could it be? Oh, wait, no. Go back down here. Yeah, okay. And this one also got an update this morning, so we'll grab that as well. Alrighty. Hopefully. Hopefully this works. Because if not, we're going to start the campaign from the beginning. Oh, that would really suck. But it's all I can do at this point. Launch the game. So, we're going to load all the mods we had before. Even the legendary characters mods. Try loading that autosave again. And hope that it actually runs this time. By Jupiter, please. Okay, the game at least starts. Because I'd say the most likely options are either the expanded mod or legendary characters mod have broken the game in some way. Oh, that's the new campaign. I didn't hear the audio skip, which means the game will load, which is nice. Oh. And then we do the end turn test. If it crashes again, well, we'll just have to see what happens. Here's hoping, folks. Pray for me. Alrighty. We're almost at 214. Here comes the dice roll, baby. And there's the audio skip. Fuck. I love diagnosing modding issues. Doesn't make me endlessly miserable. Okay. Just close already so we can try to get this working again. Okay. So, Guess we're starting from scratch. That's fine. I can live with this. So, I'm going to guess it's probably the Immortal Empire's Expanded mod. And you know what? The first thing I probably should have done is gone down here. You know what? I probably should have done this first. Because it seems... Is it working at the moment? Not quite yet. Yeah, I should have done that first. Okay, so it looks like it was Immortal Empires Expanded. Hindsight is 2020. Any mods that require that need to be gone. Everything else should be good. So, we have to start a fresh campaign. But at least now we know to check our mod list twice, thrice, and quadruple times before you decide what you're going to do. And I'm going to have to do a lot of trimming for the post-stream. To everybody who may or may not have stuck through all that, thanks for sticking with me through my modding troubles and watching me suffer. I hope it entertained you. Okay, so here we go again.
I am Tyrion, Heir of Aenerion.
Oh. Okay. So, despite the troubles, the mod changes don't really change how we're going to be playing this. Same as before, we're going to take one location on the first turn, move to the second location on the second, and hopefully have the whole province by turn 3. Okay. Oh, it's ready. Okay. Now we can switch back to game capture mode. There we go.
Sons and daughters of Ulthuan, be ready to fight!
Alright. Yep. Okay.
By the White Tower, I sense items of power.
Take that out. We don't need that because we are going to be grabbing her.
Protector of Ulthuan. Can I offer assistance?
Protector of the Everqueen.
In defense of
And
Ulthuan.
so we will be taking this and this. Perfect.
Tyrion, Heir of Aenerion.
No, we'll wait till
Ever
we've taken
vigilant.
the Tower of Lycian. Alrighty. Let us begin. Again. Whew. Alright, here's the map I usually play on. So, like before, we want to set our silver helms up in the forest over here.
For duty!
Orders received.
For duty! Heir of Aenerion! Spearmen!
There we go.
Ulthuan mage.
Put her in the middle right there. Move him up to the farthest possible area.
Silver helm!
Move them over a little bit, and let's go. We'll bring them over here. Let them sit over here. Come over like this. They're about to start shooting, so we want to move around a bit. And there. And if they move right, then our bombing runs should hit both. Nice. Oh, look at that. Clump them in together, will ya? Perfect. And they're coming right up the front. Okay. That works for me. That means the archers will have a very easy time. Are they actually archers? Or... Okay, yeah. And
Will be done.
fire on them.
Silver helms!
Yeah, going into the front of Silver Helms, not your best move. Countercharge them, because I am better in every way.
Without fail.
Alright, full retreat.
Silver helms! Assyrian guides us!
Alright. Oh, they still haven't moved forward.
Loyal! Have moved!
Okay, now we want to reform them back up. They should hopefully start coming back this way, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, they're there. Now we want to charge them with our own cavalry. We want to move our boys like this, so they've got better angles on their shooting. Let them come forward. Alright, pull them this way. Where are their melee guys? Okay, we're gonna send him this way to see if we can spot that. Oh, there we go.
Orders received.
We want to focus on their ranged forces to try to kill them as quick as possible. We also want to send him over here. We want to send him over to charge into that. Oh no, you're going way too far.
Tyrion.
We want him to come over here.
Serve the king. Quick move.
Moving out. For march. Up we away.
Fire
To
into their
battle!
back.
As you say. Without
There we go.
fear.
Yeah, things are working out. Oh, shoot.
Lothern Sea Guard. As you say.
Fire into
For
them.
duty.
We want to turn off Tyrion's guard mode, because what he's going to try to do is run away and start shooting us.
Silver Helms. We will
Turn
obey.
off their guard mode. We want to charge him from behind with ours. And let's fire everything into those. Perfect. Nice. And then we want to finish those off. Enemy Lord is dead, which is nice. Come on, get them before they get out. Ah, darn it. So we won't be getting as much XP as we could have, but we're still doing pretty well. Bum bum ba-dum, bum 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 ba-dum. Alrighty.
They are free to
We'll
go.
ransom the captives.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Yep. Okay.
I am honored.
Alright, did we get any items out of that? Nope, no items or ancillaries. We did
Shield
get our
against the
level ups though.
darkness.
which is
Ulthuan's
nice.
defender. Ever vigilant.
And we can begin our second fight. Alrighty. So
Heir
move
of
them up
Aenerion.
over here. Them over here. Back here. Start deployment and let's go.
Servant of
Move
light.
these up a little bit.
Victory awaits.
And we'll just move until they are in range.
Silver Helms.
Won't be too long now. Okay. So, same as last time. We want to
Lothern Sea Guard.
focus fire, their
We will
range.
obey. Battle calls.
And we want to get their melee into melee with ours. And hold them in melee for as long as possible.
We go.
Once that's out of the way, we can move our Flamespire Phoenix into bombing run position.
Tyrion!
Perfect. Okay. So we want him to move about here. And then we will fly across like this.
Silver helms.
And back across. Nice.
Orders received.
Alrighty. Should be coming up on army losses. Once they move into range, that'll... Oh, never mind. It's already done. Wonderful. End battle. "23 losses, and I think a good chunk of that was our own soldiers getting bombed. But otherwise, yeah, pretty good. Alright.
We have
Occupy.
captured it. Champion of the Ever Queen.
Potion of Toughness and
At
a
your service.
Vortex. So, Potion of Toughness is basically the same as it was already. Perfect. And the
Tyrion.
new Miscast Base Chance and Power Recharge. Minus 80% for an enemy. I mean, the Miscast Base Chance is nice. Okay, now we need to conquer the entire... does it have a description of the Bane Shield? Missile block chance, defense, and an increase to armor and missile block chance. That's pretty good, actually. That's actually really good for a heavy shield army.
What orders?
Okay.
Alariel's champion.
Couple archers. Technology. Of course, we gotta get Avalorn.
Always find a warm well.
Yeah. Eltharion.
His Majesty's court will listen to your request.
Perfect.
Tyrant.
Alrighty.
Protect Ulthuan.
Let's end turn. Oh no, come on, don't do it. Oh no. That's another crash. Alrighty. Well, tonight's been pretty scuffed. Which is weird, because I tested out the list last night. It worked, most of it. I might have to do a full re-download of all my mods, but that's going to take way too long, so... I guess I'm going to have to end it here for now. I'll try to get the mod list fixed for tomorrow, but I guess I should say thank you to everybody who showed up today. Sorry that the stream didn't go as planned, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have it all fixed up and we can try again. But thank you, and have a